to another episode of the Turn the Mac podcast. It's your host, Alex, Pure Daddy, Drake Poppy, Davidson Poppy, aka Tunes in the Past, Kids Playing Big Bad Relationship. Another week, another episode, of course. This one, unfortunately, I can just say I'm alone. It's been a while, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while that I've done an alone cast. I don't think I've ever done an alone cast with this quality of camera. Shout out London. But man, it's an alone episode. Our guest couldn't make it today, but now he's honestly a friend of the show, like family member of the show, to be honest. So like, listen, if you're watching this, bro, you don't have to worry about it. You're good. These things happen, right? But anyway, we have a cool episode scheduled right now, planned out. We're gonna be covering a lot of cool stuff, of course. I'm not gonna say what the chunk of the episode is gonna be about, but I mean, let's get into it, right? All right, DJ Akademiks. Woo. So DJ Akademiks, unless you've been living under a rock, you don't know that he was almost canceled, or at least I guess he is in the process of getting canceled. I'm not sure, but audio essentially came out of him talking about, if she's a minor, then it's fine with me. Essentially, hey, yo, what the fuck? Let me not say that. What he said was, if she's between the age of 17 and 21, like that's cool. Like there's no big difference between the two of them. And he was referring to somebody in college. He's like, listen, if she's got a college ID, she's getting the dick. And I'm like, whoa, nigga.
That's your boy though.
That's what I'm saying. Like it is, and I'm like, Jesus, dog, this does not look good. I wanna pull up the audio of exactly what it is that he said. But now everyone's going crazy on Twitter and everything about him. Just saying like, yeah, this is the nasty guy. This is the one that you guys have been supporting. This. You've
been supporting.
I know. I have been supporting him, and I have been a huge fan of his. And
Are you surprised though?
A little bit, yeah. Another part is kind of like, oh, like, cause right now he's dating a girl that's 22, and he's like 30 something, or 32 or 31. So that to me is already like, that's a big fucking window, right? Like when I'm 30, I'm not looking at a 22-year-old, right? That's just how I'm seeing it. That's just fucking weird. Like we're in such different places, and it just feels like you're being like, it feels like you're going back to the high school to impress the girl. Like, look at me, I got a car now, I got this now. It's like, because at 22, think about it, you're either fresh out of uni or you're in your last year of university, right? So you don't have your shit together at all. You're striving to get there, and then being the person that has their shit together at 31 or 32, you're going to this younger girl being like, this is the lifestyle you want, huh? It's like, nigga, like, why don't you play in your own zone?
Right.
That's how I see it. So it's just icky, but
20.
I think this is the audio right here.
And to keep it real, if you think about it in the bigger scheme of things, there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17. Just kind of mean one's a minor and one's not a minor. But I will say, listen, I adopted this rule, which I think it was fine. I said, listen, man, as long as a chick got a college ID, she's getting fucked. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17 and I'm 21.
Whoa.
She's going to get this dick.
Just turned 17 is insane.
He's wilding.
He's 100% wilding. And, the defense that people can even apply to this is like, well, you have to check the age of consent in the state. But I'm like, nah. Even me being an Akademiks fan, I'm never putting that defense on the table. Like, that was disgusting, fam.
It was.
It's fucking icky, dog. I mean, and all you guys that just pray for younger girls, you know who you are. Disgusting. Even at this age right now, we're 20. I just turned 27. 18, ooh, nigga, what the fuck? 19, ooh. Like, even 20 feels weird, you know what I mean? But, I mean, that's what I felt, especially back at, like, 24, even 22, I was like, I'm not dealing with an 18-year-old feels icky to me.
Right.
Really, I remember I got finessed by this girl. Like, we went to we hung out, whatever, and then it came out, she's like, I'm 18, I'm like, nigga, like, you're disgusting, why would you lie to me? I'm like, yo, we should go to court, like, you fucking liar, like, it's just icky, I don't know.
How about this, are you gonna tune into his Twitches, or?
That's another, yeah. Come on. I think, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm going to, because I want to hear what he's going to say about that, right? Because I don't think he's gone on Twitch ever since. So I'm interested in seeing what that's going to be about. But he's been posting a whole lot, which is crazy. Like, he's been posting about everything on his page. Literally, Dirt got a car wash, posted anything. But he hasn't said anything about, the audio that came out. So I'm interested in seeing what his rebuttal is going to be to that. There's not going to be one, but there's not going to be an acceptable rebuttal. But I still want to hear about what he has to say to that. So that'll be an interesting one. Let's get into Justin Bieber. He recently went on social media, on Instagram, did a video of him basically explaining he's not gonna be able to attend the concert that he had scheduled for that night. Reason being was because he was suddenly diagnosed with Ramsay Hunt syndrome. This is a syndrome that paralyzes half of your face. He was in the video, just showing, hey guys, like, and he's talking. I'm like, oh, something's wrong.
Look different.
Exactly. And he started talking. I'm like, oh, something's very wrong. And then he explained, like, I have paralysis in half of my face. As you can see, I can't smile with this. I can't blink with this. Eye does not close. And I'm like, geez, it just broke my heart because I'm like, dog, like, you have all this money in the world and you still can't buy your health. You know what I mean? It's just like these things happen, right? And, hearing other people give their takes on it and how they have some experience with that same syndrome. One guy was talking about, yeah, my wife had that like a little bit after she was pregnant. It was due to stress. But like, he did acupuncture and stuff and it went away over time. But, thank God there's a cure, I guess, for that. Right. But just, Jesus, man, that's just terrifying. Like, that you wake up and that happens to you. So yeah, that made me sad. The other part was also like, this nigga did say the nigga, bro. Like, he had a lot of nigga jokes. Like, he had one less lonely nigger. He had the chainsaw joke about, what did the chainsaw say to the black guy? Run, nigger. Yeah, so, shit like that. I'm thinking about, I don't know. And then, yeah, Black Twitter came out. Black Twitter came out and says, I know. What's that big boy meme? It's like, I know that's not who I think that is.
I know
the guy who said the N-word, basically. So, Twitter had fun with that. But yeah, prayers, I guess, for Justin Bieber. Hope he gets better. Right. Yeah, no, stress is a real thing. Take care of yourself.
You think it only be due to stress? Do you think it might be due to something else, like a jab or something?
It's a conspiracy theory here. I think. No, I don't think it's due to the vaccine. But there was another one. Remember, there was it Bell's palsy? People that got the vaccine, they had Bell's palsy, and that was like paralysis of the face as well.
Right.
And like, it was a droopy, but it was different. It was like your face would droop more than it would just not move. But that was like, I think, like, maybe directly after you got the shot, right? Wasn't it like a week or something after you got the jab?
Everyone has their own experience, right? So he might have a different experience. We don't know.
I guess, but I know you're one of those people that just waits to see anything that happens. You're like, you got the jab, right? That's exactly why you got that. So, I don't know. I don't think it's directly related, but I do hope that he gets better, regardless of what he said in the past. It's tough, especially learning that it came from stress. It's just another wake-up call.
Worse. Yeah, that's worse.
It's another wake-up call to just be like, yo, take care of yourselves, because I know we're all feeling it right now too, with everything that we're doing, specifically in our circle, right? I don't want to single anybody out, but we can say one person in particular. This guy has a lot on his shoulders, and he's not looking like he's going to stop anytime soon, right? So it's like, we gotta slow it down, or at least try to help him slow it down, because it's like, take a little breather and then get back, because you can't keep going like that forever. And, we need those reminders in our lives. I think my mom was another person who did that for me, especially this past weekend, right? Because work was crazy, a lot of travel. And then as soon as I got back home, because I drove, I straight to the laptop, like, okay, let me get these updates out. Let me get these emails out, because I got a meeting. I got 2 meetings the next day. And I'm like, I was working. I'm like, I'm just stressed and I'm tired. My mom comes down. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working. And she's like, you just got back from your trip. Like, why? You should not be working. And I'm like, no, but I have updates. She's like, that doesn't matter. Like, your health comes first. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then I kind of stepped. I'm like, wait, you're right. Actually, I should not be doing this. Like, this is insane. So, yeah, I just rescheduled the meeting for later in the week. And yeah, just like sat back a little, just like, closed laptop. Well, I didn't close laptop. I lied. I still worked a little bit, and then I shut it down. But yeah, I need those reminders a lot too, of just being like, dog, your health comes first. And I think like someone like Ibu. Shout out to Ibu. The episode we did together just came out. The link's gonna be in the bio, so just tune into that. Activated Podcast is episode number 91. I think it was 91 or 90. But no, it was an amazing conversation, and even in that, he dropped a lot of gems. But one thing in particular he dropped was the fact that he worked at this company where an employee was really, really dedicated to the company, gave a lot of his time, a lot of overtime hours and everything. And he passed away, right? And on the next, I guess, team call or whatever, he was not mentioned. Like, shit like that it's insane. Like, you give your life to this company, and then they're like, all right, show must go on. What else we got? Man. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, that's just, it's like, the guy took so much time away. Like, let's say he had a family, right? All these nights just working, and you're not even giving time to your family, and you pass away, and they don't even care about your family at all. So it's like, it's just a nasty, vicious cycle. But Now you guys go listen to the episode with Ibu. A lot of great things are talked about, and we have a lot of stuff cooking too. We're gonna talk about that too. We have a lot of cool plans.
Okay.
A lot of cool plans for the end of the year that we're gonna do together. But anyway, that's good for news. I think we're gonna get straight into music. Let's start with Ramriddlz. Ramriddlz dropped SD2 a little while back. I didn't get a chance to come on the platform and talk about it. I was a little disappointed. I was a lot disappointed. I was disappointed. Listen, I try to hold it back, but it wasn't for me. It was wait a minute, hold on. I'm just not peeping it. SD2 was almost like a dance record, I want to say.
Oh, before the actual Drake dance.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, Ramriddlz and Drake's past, right?
What's their past? I don't know.
Drake took Sweeter Man and made it a bigger song, and everyone associated Sweeter Man's to to Drake instead of Ramriddlz. Right. And I remember there was a bit of tension, like Ramriddlz be posting things like on his Instagram like fuck Drake essentially, and then delete it. Yeah, there's a lot of tension because he's like, yo, this is my one big record, and you took it and remixed it, and nobody knew the original.
That's a fact.
So it was like, ooh, like it's kind of like you're stepping on my shit to just propel yourself. But no, the SD2 was it was the continuation of Summer Dreams, which is an alright album. I don't know, to me, Ramriddlz's best project obviously is P2P. That one's the OG, with the Pineapple Crush and all that stuff. He also had another project after that I think was good too, but this one was just not it for me, to be honest. I'm just happy that he's putting music out because he has a lot of funny one-liners. I appreciate that in an artist, but yeah, this one is just maybe I have to keep playing it and see how I feel, or just give it some time, let it breathe. But didn't enjoy too much. There was a song that he put out on his Instagram, like a snippet of him, like driving on a car or whatever, and I'm like, oh, this sounds good. I'm looking forward to this album. It wasn't on there, unless I just misheard, but I didn't hear that snippet on the actual album, so that was a bit upsetting. But I'm glad to see that he's putting music out again. I just want to keep seeing him in that space and just get back to live up to the full potential that he could live up to, because he's a really talented guy, funny guy, and it's nice to see him working again.
Yeah, he's cool. Ran into him a few times at Walmart.
Really? Walmart?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I ran into him at an apartment a couple of times, years ago though. Okay. Like 2016-ish, I feel like. Yeah, I feel like I saw the picture on my gram. If I do, I'll probably drop it in. But yeah, we ran into Ramriddlz a couple times still. But anyway, that's it for that. Let me skip this big guy here. Brent Faiyaz is set to drop some music. I don't know what the date is, but that's gonna be a really, really good drop. Hopefully, because a lot of times these big artists they do left fields, you know what I mean? They take a left field and you're just like, what the So I hope it's going to be a good album. The snippets sound cool. The feature list is interesting as well. He's got Brent Faiyaz on there, Alicia Keys, he's got Brent Faiyaz. he's got Alicia Keys, he's got Pharrell. He's got a lot of cool people on there. So really excited about that. All right. Let's get into it, man. The chunk of the episode, I guess. None other than the boy. He almost pulled a Beyonce. He dropped a surprise album-ish.
That was a Beyonce, no?
No, Beyonce did it with no alerts at all.
She didn't tell you, eh?
Beyonce just literally, it was just in your phone at 12.
Really?
And then people were like, no, what is this real? like the whole world stopped. People were like, this can't be real. Like, it was never heard of before this, unless I'm mistaken. Really? But
okay. From a big artist.
From a big artist. Like, people are just, nobody just drops and there's always a rollout. There's always, this, predictions, whatever. But she just did it like that. He announced it a day before, right?
Day before, yeah.
Day before, saying, the album on your phone. Everyone's like, oh, fuck, yeah, because there's already whispers that are coming about. Like, there was leaks that were coming out, a lot of rap leaks. People are like, okay, this Drake is going to drop a tape for summer. A tape. Everyone's saying mixtape. I'm like, okay, perfect. It's going to be good. And the leaks are sounding like raps, right? So I'm not clicking on it too much. I'm like, all right, it's going to be a good tape. I see the announcement. I see the artwork. I'm like, oh, this looks cool.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like some 03 shit, like with the titles.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I like it. I'm like, okay, it's going to be grungy. It's going to give us a nice little cool summer album, right? I'm like, okay, perfect. So tracklist comes out. We're excited about that. Midnight Hits. We were out, right? So
you're at a restaurant, yo.
Yeah, that's true. Shout out to that restaurant. It was actually good food.
You want a name drop or?
Sure, whatever.
Island Mix.
Yeah, Island Mix. Shout out Island Mix. But you guys killed me for getting fries.
Yeah, how do you go to a Caribbean spot and get fries and fish and chips, right?
It was pepper shrimp that I got.
Okay.
Pepper shrimp with the hot sauce on the side, fire, and the fries. Yeah,
that's a red flag, bro.
First of all, the fries for the table, low key, and everyone had them. I'm lying.
It was not good though.
Yeah, it was a bit underdone. It was a bit underdone. So I would like to be a bit crispier, but it was good though. You know what I mean? The pairing was cool. But
the vibes was chill.
Vibes were great.
A1.
Yes. Oh yeah. I'm not a fan of roti, but you seem to enjoy it. So
No.
shout out to you. And also there was a party later that night too, right?
Yeah, it's a lounge. You know what I mean? It's a real vibe, bro. It's a real vibe. A lot of women.
Yeah, a lot of women. I didn't see any of that, but anyway, it was a good vibe. I couldn't stay too long for the party because I went to go see Hanin after, but
Name drop.
yeah, of course. Come on, that's little shorty.
No, for sure.
But so like I didn't get a chance to really take in the album like I normally would, which is like with a set of headphones or whatever, put them on as soon as midnight drops and go through the whole thing. So I went to go see her. It wasn't 12 yet. I pulled up at hers like probably like 11:30, 11:45, and so we're just kicking it for a while. And then eventually I left her place. I don't remember what time it is. It was late though, maybe like even 1:30 or something. So on my way back home, I'm just playing the Drake album, right? First track. Let me go through the track list here.
First track was like an instrumental, right?
First track is the intro. How long is the intro? The intro is 35 seconds.
Yeah, it was instrumental.
All right, so yes, instrumental. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, he's setting the tone for this, and I'm like, all right, like, cause actually, let me rewind a little bit. Before the album actually came out, Lucas was in the group chat saying, "Yo, my boy said this is gonna be a dance album."
Yeah, you mentioned. Right? I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, it's gonna be a dance album, and I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Does that mean like an Afrobeats attempt? You know what I mean? Does that mean like so I mean like dance? You know what I mean? So, but it means electric dance music, which is EDM, which is something completely different. So, anyway, intro is the first song. Falling Back is the second one, right? So I hear this, and I'm like, all right, this is, you know what I mean? This is like H&M music. This is waiting room music for like a video game, right? So I'm just like, all right. And he starts to sing. And I'm like, ain't no way, fam. I'm like, ain't no fucking way. I'm like, this is a lie. This is a joke. Like, it has to be. I'm thinking now, I'm like, okay, this is like a strategic play. I'm like, Drake is trying to get out of his contract. And so he's putting out the bullshit. He's trying to pull a Frank Ocean, where he gave us Endless to get out of his Apple deal and then put out Blonde, which is a certified classic.
Right away.
Right after, right? So I'm thinking that, but I'm also like, wait a minute. Drake has already been out of his contract. And he's just now signed a new one for like $500 million or whatever is what it's supposed to be. So I'm like, I don't think that's what's going on here. Right? So I'm listening to this man sing high pitched terribly, and I'm confused. And I'm like, everything in my mind is going. I'm just going through so many things of like, oh, this is the fall of Drake. Like, why would he do this? And I'm also thinking like, wait a minute, Drake is so good that he's like, you guys can't make me fall off. I'm gonna make myself fall off. You know, so I'm getting in all these freaking little bags and shit to just excuse this bullshit that I'm listening to. And I'm like, dog, what the like?
There's no excuse.
No excuse. I'm just getting after track to track, and it's like, listen, text go green. I'm like, oh, okay, a keeper calling my name, Sticky, and I'm just like, I'm so disappointed. But every now and then I'm just like, you know what I mean? Because like it's music that's playing and it's just like making you move a little bit. I don't know, man. Just going through the whole thing, I thought it was gonna take a turn. It didn't take a turn. It stayed in that same.
You're waiting for that moment, right?
I was waiting for that moment. It never came. So yeah, I just got to. I didn't finish the album on the first day. Only because I was annoyed, and I literally said I was like, I'm too upset. I'm too tired. I'm not gonna. I have a 35-minute drive. I'm not gonna get through the whole thing. So I left it as that, and then the next day started again from scratch. And I started the half that I never finished. I did that, and then I was still not like, ugh. I mean, the one track that it started to sound a bit better because I was on the internet. So you start seeing the memes. You start seeing Drake made an album for niggas like this, or you know what I mean. Drake did this, blah blah. So you see it more. You consume it in like a funny way, which makes you like the album a bit more, right? So that was going on, and then also I got the flights booked, and that was one song that I'm like, okay, like this one I can kind of like, and then the video came out, of course, for which one was it? It's called Falling Back, right? Yeah, so the video for Falling Back came out where he's marrying a bunch of beautiful women.
That was fire. I like the concept.
Of course you do. But yeah, the concept for that was a cool little thing, and the video looked amazing. Everyone looked great. So I'm also like, yeah, this is the Drake package, right? Like he's gonna wrap up the song in amazing packaging, and you're gonna be like, oh, you have to like the song because you're seeing the video, you're seeing how great everything looks. You would like it a bit more, but it was still just like Drake really did an EDM album. And then I also zoomed out. I'm like, okay, I think that what he's doing now is like he's so solidified in the game that he's like, let me try some things, right? Which is, I'm not mad at that because I've low-key been killing him for not trying. And Mamaisha was a big person that kind of held me to my word, right? She's like, you were saying that Drake gives the same album. This is something completely different, right? But I'm also the school of, listen, different isn't necessarily good, all right? So that means, like, if a person's like, oh, I like her style is different. That's not a real answer. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure. Like, you like the style because it's nice. Don't like it just because it's different, But anyway, so he's looking at it like more like zooming out of like, okay, now I'm going to try some things. I'm going to give you guys an EDM album. And, I mean, people are going to fuck with it.
Yeah, I'm noticing a lot, too. Like, certain parties we're hitting up now. Like, they're playing these type of tracks now, too. You're seeing that, too, right?
Not really, no.
Like that electric feel, like certain parties,
I guess.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, you're right. I think you're getting more exposed to those parties, maybe.
That might be that too.
That might be that.
That's
yeah,
always been around in the city.
Yeah. Especially for black people, yeah, it's always been like an electro or EDM scene. Yeah,
I'm just seeing it like really this year, like.
Oh, really?
On a large scale.
No, it's been around for a long time, like Bambi and stuff like that. I guess that's the name of the place or the name of the DJ. I don't know, but I've been hearing that name for a long time. My friends are well aware of that, and they've been trying to get me into it. And like, you're gonna like it. And I'm like, And then, because it took me a long time to get into Kaytranada. Like, they've been on Kaytra for a long time. And
Kaytra's, he's tough. Anyone can like Kaytra. Like, Kaytra's easy to like.
I don't know. I think you have to be in the right place. Because I remember when I first heard Kaytra, I'm like, where are the words? Like, what is this? Like, what is this? But now, like, once you get familiar with him and you really like him, he makes great music. And you brought up an amazing point, too. You said, if Drake wanted to really do a great dance album, he should have tapped in with Kaytra. A Drake and Kaytra album would have been fucking insane. Like, that would have been like, dog.
Facts. And he's Canadian too. He's from Quebec.
That's when it would have been, it would have been crazy. Like, they need to do a mixtape. Now that Drake has put out this EDM album, we need a Drake and Kaytranada mixtape.
Not facts.
That's going to be insanity. But nah, man, the album itself, just like, dog, it just was not, I mean, what I can say was I was just not expecting this. And yeah, I don't. It's not necessarily for me. I feel like there's other people in this world that do it better. Like, I don't even know what other album to compare this in terms of genre. Like, you call this a dance album, but Kaytranada still is dance, and that's not even close, And like Magic Jordan, I guess sometimes you can kind of call it pop/dance, and they do it much better as well. So I don't know, man. It just this wasn't it for me, bro.
He broke a lot of records though. You seen that?
Yeah, of course he did. Of course he did, man. It's Drake. You know what I mean? It's Drake. So it's like, anything he does he's gonna be break a record, right? So I mean, big ups to him. I just want him to be happy with what he does.
Bro, he looks mad happy, bro. He's winning championships at his own crib. Like, it's lit, bro. It's a life, fam. What do you think about that? Like,
winning championships at your own crib, like, is that really? Come on, bro. Like, everyone, we all see the memes of like, if you play defense, you're getting kicked out. Like, you know what I mean? If you're arguing a call, you're getting kicked out. You're gonna get dealt with by the security guard or something. But man, this could have been so much more. You just put that idea in my head of him and Kaytranada, and I just can't get it out of my head. Like, right. Now we need that.
We definitely need that, bro.
We need that. And I don't know, some of these songs felt like, remember on what's that album that came out a while back, the mixtape, the playlist? More Life, yes. Some of these, like, what's that song, Black Coffee? I need you to get it together?
Might be it.
Yeah, get your shit together so we can.
But More Life was just, I remember that summer, bro. It was lit. That tape was fire. It had some rap tracks. Like, it was. It was well put together, bro.
It was a playlist. Yeah, he labeled it correctly.
And he had a lot of features too, so it was a little
He did. But yeah, I think that like that was maybe him, testing out the EDM, and be like, I like this bag here. Let me try it out and see how you guys feel, and then let me run it back a couple years later. So, yeah, I don't know. I wanted it to be better. But again, I have to give it some time to live. People are already saying this is one of Drake's best albums, which is obviously fucking insane. You know what I mean? It's insanity. It hasn't even been 24 hours. People are saying, "Yo, this might be the best Drake album there is, bro." I don't know, and it's people are saying, "No, it's like it's patio music," or people coming back with when I say the album is trash, they're like, "Oh,
this is just not your genre, so you don't listen to this, so you don't like it."
And I'm like, nigga, first of all, don't tell me what I listen to. And second of all, you don't even listen to this shit, nigga. Like, what are you talking about? So, what I want to do right now, I just want to call this guy. I saw him have a crazy take, and I want him to repeat it on here.
Hello?
Yo, Lucas. You're live on the show right now, bro.
Okay.
I'm taking apart your uncle's album, and your uncle Drake, bro. And I saw I saw you tweet this might be one of Drake's best albums.
Yeah, I think in a long time, I think it's probably like the best album that I enjoyed.
Come on, fam.
You don't like it,
bro? I was the high pitched singing, like, come on, bro.
The thing for me is because I've been in that bag lately, that H&M bag, that pop bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it kind of like fits with what I was kind of like feeling in the mood for.
You know
it's
what?
Like patio vibes.
I respect
like H&M vibes.
I respect that because you're saying like that's where you're at right now, right?
Yeah.
So what do you feel about? Okay, who do you think does it better, him or Majid?
Him or Majid? Mm-hmm. Majid for sure, but
right.
Drake eats everybody's flows.
That's what exactly. That's what exactly. I was just talking about that too, because what's his name? Ramriddlz dropped a maybe pop / dance album not so long ago.
That one was not that great.
It was not, but Drake took it, made it a little bit better, and now people are liking it more. But another thing too is, what do you think a Drake and Kaytranada album would sound like?
I never listened to that guy in my life.
Oh, what? Yo, if you're in that bag, bro, you need to tap into Kaytranada, bro.
Okay.
Like ASAP.
I'll do that just now.
Yeah, do that.
So who do you listen to since you're in that bag?
Montreal, right?
Yeah, Haitian guy from Montreal, bro.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
He's crazy. You need to tap into that.
But who do you listen to since you're in that bag, though, is my question.
Listening to like fucking Shawn Mendes, those kind of guys.
Nah, Sean, man. Get off my phone, nigga. Yo, I'll tap with you later, bro. All right, later. This guy says Shawn Mendes, nigga. What the hell? But, I mean, listen, dog. Listen, the album is out. You guys go stream it, go listen to it, go support that man. He needs it. If you guys like it. I mean, let me know what you guys thought about the album, to be honest. I want to hear about that shit too. I've already been interacting with some people that have very strong opinions that oppose mine. But listen, bro, we know where we stand. We said what we said.
Same thing, bro. It's different. It's not really my style right now. I might have to revisit again.
Yeah.
You never know, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the opinion I'm trying to have now.
People are saying it might be the new wave now, so everyone's gonna hop on that same wave. What do you think? Can you picture like hood niggas playing like this type of music and making music like this too?
I think. Listen, I think it's a possibility, definitely, because Drake is the biggest artist, and so he sets the trends. I guess, or not. I don't think he sets the trends. I think he spots them out, takes them, pimps them out, and makes them public.
Make them commercial.
Exactly, right? So, yeah, if that's the new wave, then that'll be interesting to see, like, 21 Savage on an EDM beat. But, but nah, speaking of 21 Savage, though, his feature was cool. He was on the last track, which is the only rap song on the album. He was talking about some interesting things. He said, if I was Will, I would have hit, was it Chris Rock or August Alsina with the stick? Or something like that, or I don't know. Basically, no, I think
slap him with a stick.
Yes, it's like if I was Chris Rock, I think he would have hit Will with a stick or something like that. Either way, but the point is saying like I would have shot someone. But another thing he said too is like how people say like they're rolling the ops in the woods and shit like that, right? Like smoking on this pack or smoking or whatever. He's like, I didn't even roll him in a wood because he was musty. And like I don't know, that just made me laugh. Like a stupid line like that just killed me. But no, it was a cool little. My thing is I don't understand why you put that on this album, like that song. If the whole pocket is EDM, why would you then end the album with a rap song?
It might be opening to a new album.
I mean, I hope so, bro. I don't know. I just think that. Listen, I think that this goes back to Kanye. Kanye is the type of person who gives you a different album. A different bag every album, right? And he's done it exceptionally every single time. I think Drake is starting to flirt with that idea of let me start to diversify my portfolio a little bit, because I've said it before. He gives us the same album.
That's a fact.
Of like you're gonna have
that too. He's been here now.
You're gonna have the pop records. You're gonna have the super rappy rap. You know what I mean? You're gonna have the girl records. And that's every Drake album. You're gonna find that same, But this one is completely different from that, and so he's starting to experiment a little bit, which I feel like is cool. A little bit late in the career, we don't know. Listen, but nah, he's getting into an artistry bag. Maybe he needed to have these classic albums under his belt before he started doing that. But I mean, I still commend a person like Kanye who was like just completely believed in his own vision and said, "Fuck it, I'm doing it how I want to do it." Like, and he didn't care about, I don't have a classic album under my belt or anything yet. It's like, no, this is a classic every single time. And it was. So, I'm always kind of like that way of seeing things, especially when it comes to art. But salute to both of those gentlemen, man. I think that's pretty much all I have to say on that album. I'm going to keep listening to it again, seeing how I feel in the next couple weeks, and, come back maybe on here and give my other opinion, All right, so I had a bunch of questions that I had lined up for the guests, which sucks because he couldn't make it, but now we need to reconvene and, get back together and see what time would work best, and I can definitely, because he's, he's an artist and he's a family friend of the show, so it would have been a great conversation. But before I get to silly shit, do you have anything else you want to cover?
No, not at this moment, bro.
Not at this moment?
Nah.
Okay. I kind of want to announce it, but I don't want to announce it. I mean, do you want to announce it?
No.
No? Okay. All right. So what I'll say is, the next episode, I mean, thank you, first of all, for listening to this episode. We're not fully done yet. We have a few more minutes left. But the next time you're going to hear or see an episode, it's going to be for a little while, just because the next drop date is supposed to be on Canada Day. And guess what, bro? We work here, too, so it's an off day for us, too. All right? We're taking, what is it, work holiday or whatever it's called? It's a statutory holiday, so we're off on that day. So, I'm probably going to post a Throwback Thursday or something on the Instagram page so you guys can...
Too many classics, bro.
Too many. And so many clips that just didn't come out. So, I'm going to be posting a couple TBTs on the page so you guys can enjoy that. But in terms of the episode that comes out, probably not going to have one for a little bit. But that being said, I have a silly shit question that my girl actually came to me and asked me, and I haven't answered till this day, because it's insane. But the question is, I don't have cups to cheers for silly shit. So let me take a moment of silence to open silly shit. Imaginary cup up. But anyway, silly shit, right? Would you rather cheat on your girl or snitch on the mandem?
I'd rather cheat on my girl.
Why you answer so quickly? What the fuck?
Nah, how am I gonna snitch on the man if it's something that we're doing, or we're doing some activities? You could get life, or you could get in prison time for snitching, or whatever. That person could get, thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Cheat on your girl, just, you know what I mean? You get some pussy.
Yeah, I guess that's one way of looking at it. I was more so looking at it like not like illegal activities, more so just like snitching on your partner, your homeboy's girl or something like that.
Oh,
like nothing
his relationship. Oh,
yeah, something like that. And I was like, exactly. It made me think. I'm like, okay, wait. I'm like, first of all, let me get the details. How long have I been dating this girl for? Right? And then she's like, you're thinking about dating other girls? You're obviously dating me. It's been 3 years. And I'm like, oh, bro, like, come on. And then I'm like, and how long have I known my guy or whatever, right? And then after, because I'm like, listen, I'm like, look, I've known my guys for like nearing 20 years.
A lie?
Like, listen, you lose. You know what I mean? And it's like, so I told him, like, listen, I'm going to do a little small cheat. So I'll kiss a girl on the cheek or something like that, I'm thinking that's a nice political.
All the way. We're saying all the way. Like, you got to pipe her
That's
down.
what she said. She's like, what is this, Europe? This is full cheating. And I'm like, I didn't answer the question. But what I would do, bro.
You would snitch on the men then?
No, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's like, listen, I have to listen of like, yo, what? Okay. What is it that I'm snitching on, apparently, allegedly?
You're saying their relationship. So if they're in a relationship, you're going to his girl and you're like, oh, allegedly.
Nah, I can't do that, bro. I can't do that. Even though like something like, I don't feel like doing that. I feel like smacking niggas sometimes though, for sure. I'm like, nigga, you keep making the same fucking mistake, but man, it's not my place to do that. So, damn, I'm gonna have to cheat on my girl, I guess. Fuck. What about you? Oh, hold on, we're getting a phone call.
You getting a phone call?
I'm getting a phone call. Hello.
Jim?
Before you say anything, you're live on the podcast.
Oh shit! I thought you were at home. Damn, I'm in Costco. Gonna ask if you could check if we have enough detergent. But
nigga.
Anyway,
All right.
I didn't know you were potting.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a good time.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Who's
Bye.
Shanna.
Oh, okay, sis.
Yeah. No, back to cheating. So yeah, I think we're both gonna have to cheat on the girl, eh?
Yeah, definitely, bro.
And then try to patch it out and be like, yo, but listen. It was, you know what I mean? It was what it was. I had no choice. What am I supposed to do?
Nah, man. The homies, I've known them for like almost a lifetime. It makes no sense, bro.
That's what I'm saying, right? So, yeah, man, that's the answer. But you guys let me know what you guys would answer in the comments below.
That's a good question.
It is a really good question. My girl still hasn't asked me that question. I'm not gonna answer it because it's gonna start,
bro.
Yeah, I guess if she fights me, she fights me, bro. But thank you guys for listening to this very short, cool, concise episode. It's always fun coming in here, just chopping it up, talking about some random shit, throwing it off. It's always a good time. Thank you for being here as well. appreciate you for taking the time out your day, bro. Always, yeah. Plug anything you want to plug, bro.
Yeah, follow me at London Rich, set in film. A lot of things coming out.
A lot of things coming out. Always moving around. Always. Yeah. Always doing a lot of very cool fucking shit, bro. But like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been another episode of Return to My Podcast. You could have been anywhere in the world, but instead you decided to be here, and I appreciate you for that. Go ahead and click all the links in the bio. Follow people, interact with the page, and yeah, man, I'm gonna be back whenever I'll be back. We out. Boom. That's it. Perfect. A nice solid 35 minutes. This is gonna be a breeze to edit.
35, right?
35.